there, Ranger Nation. It's Nate, and welcome to the Webcast with Attitude, LR4. And this is episode 211, Friends or Rivals. Now, there's a reason for that title. It has to do with Boom Boonger. We got a... Sorry. I had to check that. It started playing when I was... Anyway, so there's a reason for that. It has to do with 3 episodes that we are talking about for our episode rates for Boom Boonger. But before we get into that, let me introduce you to my more phenomenal co-hosts. But before we introduce my more phenomenal co-host, we have a special guest that is going to be joining us, and I got a little video so you guys can check that out. Give me a sec. All right, so we got Ryan as usual. We've got Rick and our special guest, Jacob.
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
Now, guys, if you don't know anything about Jacob, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Jacob Buber. I am the Red Ancient Warrior from Ancient Warriors Legacies of Olympus. I play the Red Ancient Warrior, and yeah, my buddy actually made me this patch. It's actually pretty cool. And I actually am an actor, photographer, videographer, and many more. I did some shows on Shameless, Chicago Fire, and Chicago Med, et cetera, et cetera. And it's really awesome to get to be with these 3 legends right here. I'm super excited. Like, this is my first time actually doing a podcast in a long, long time, and I'm super excited to do this, guys. Like, thank you again for inviting me. Like, it's an honor.
Oh, no problem. And we call ourselves the Webcast with Attitude, podcast, webcast, same diff. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I met Jacob at actually me and Rick met Jacob at Ranger Stop in 2019. And I actually got to try on his ancient red helmet. And my God, I was thinking to myself,
he stole it.
Oh yeah.
I was like, it's mine. But also they debuted the movie. Guys, if you haven't seen that yet, you guys can follow them. You'll have to check it out. The Ancient, I think it's called, what's the movie called? Give us
the movie is called Forgotten Earth, an AW movie. That's what the movie is called. It is out right now on YouTube if you guys want to go check it out.
Now, this is an indie tokusatsu, so guys, just let you know that. It's original. They came up with it. I think originally you were going to call it Ancient Rangers.
Yeah, so...
Like
yeah, so the original title, when we first started the project, it was called Ancient Rangers years ago. The creators of the show, Lauren Clark and Anna Hollingsworth, the first 2 female indie tokusatsu women to ever create a fan film based around Power Rangers and Greek mythology and make it like a tokusatsu thing. And the girls are absolutely phenomenal, and they came up with so much stuff. And then I had a chance to work with them and a couple other friends of ours to do this. But due to the fact with Hasbro buying out Power Rangers and stuff, and we decided to change the name to Ancient Warriors Legacies of Olympus because we did an audio series throughout the past 5 years. And then when the girls were coming up with the idea for the movie title, Forgotten Earth was the movie title. And the reason why that is, so it talks about us years later after everything we've been through in the audio series, and a villain, her name's Gaia. She's basically Eve of Mother Nature and trying to take over the world. And the Ancient Warriors have to reunite and to defend the Earth for what's right. You know, and that's where Forgotten Earth came from.
Now, I recognize that name, Gaia. Wasn't that a character from, I think this was also a character name from Captain Planet. Wasn't that one of the, or was that some other name? I can't remember.
I believe so. And
yes.
Gaia was also part of Greek mythology as well, from what I know.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gaia is the goddess of Earth.
Yes, you're right.
Okay,
you're
that makes sense.
Absolutely right.
And yes, she was the one that created the Planeteers.
Yeah, we're still waiting on a Captain Planet movie. Apparently, Glenn Powell has said that they still are planning to work on it, and it's like, come on, we want to see this animated or live action. Come on, just give it to us. It's been years. And that's like the first series that has never been tried to be rebooted, like a lot of other shows. But hey, but yeah, man. I mean, I saw the movie; it was good. I like the storyline. I definitely, definitely support it, and you guys should definitely check it out. Um, the suits are amazing, as you guys saw in that video. And let me pull that back up again. Let me pull that back up. Go ahead and go back. So I can move it as you first. Now, that was just test footage, right? You were just doing that for like.
Yeah, so this was technically our promo 4 years ago for Ancient Warriors. So actually, for this is the suit we actually used for the movie for Forgotten Earth. This is the promo shot, and unfortunately for this, actually, I'm gonna tell you guys a fun fact. For filming, I accidentally forgot to bring my cuffs for the suit to make it actually complete, and I was like, oh my god. And we actually shot this in February of 2020 when it was like 32 degrees outside in Chicago, because it was actually filmed in Chicago, this promo, and I was freezing my butt off when we were doing this scene. It was so cold. I was like, oh my god.
And I understand. Was this during the? I'm sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, it's okay.
So this was during the. Was this during the pandemic or like?
Yeah. So this is like all the test footage for during the pandemic and everything like that. Yeah, this is back in 2020 when I filmed this.
Now I actually saw the actual prop of what you guys call the what is it called? The shapeshifter. Is that what the changer's called?
Yeah, the shapeshifters. Yeah. Yes, it's like that's what we call it.
Yeah, I know you guys updated a little bit. The one that you were wearing was kind of a little mock-up at first before you guys went with the actual design, I guess, or did
yes, yeah,
how'd that come about?
I can explain that part too. So so the morpher the shapeshifter, I apologize, that I have in this one, that's actually our original shapeshifter concept that I wanted to that Lauren and Anna came up with, and I was like, okay, so it's kind of like the Dino Thunder brace from Power Rangers Dino Thunder, and I was like, this is pretty cool, simple, a jewel on there, and I think it would be pretty cool. And then when we did the movie, I asked the girls, like, let's come up with a new concept for the shapeshifter to make it like brand new, everything like that, because it's been years since we used the powers. So we have a friend of ours. His name's Gio Alvarez Arts. He creates amazing Ranger helmet concepts, and we asked him if he can create a new morpher for us a shapeshifter for the.
Either
for
way,
the
dude, you know what? Changer, morpher, tension belt.
It's the same thing.
Toei's not going to go like, no, you can't say that without getting.
Yeah. So
it's cool, man.
Yeah, so Gio actually made us the design for it, and then we got it 3D printed by our friend of ours named Matthew, and he's a really nice guy. And then we had another guy who did the prop diamonds for us for the shapeshifters called Out of Time Props. Out of Time Props. This guy's named Patrick. Patrick's such a nice guy, and we all came up together, came up with this concept, and that's how the shapeshifter came to be for Forgotten Earth Legacy AW the movie.
I mean, dude, I gotta tell you though, it's awesome that how fans can actually do their own indie tokusatsu. I mean, you've got Ivan, Deca Mexican, created Jamingers, dude. I mean, that was amazing. He did a great job with that. I always give him props on that. I know right now he decided he had to stop production for the movie because it was really hard. But at some point he's supposed to be released. I know he's supposed to release a comic at some point. That's his plan, to release a comic. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a series or a one shot. I can't remember. And then you've got Colin Bass. He does, his extended universe of Power Rangers, where he's actually worked with a lot of the actors from Power Rangers, like Christopher Kamen Lee. He's worked with Rory. A lot of these fans, if you look at it, it's amazing how these fans can do all this. When they come together with all these ideas,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's really great to see, like you guys said, all the indie Power Ranger fans creating their own content, and it's such a great thing when fans come together for something they all love and create something really cool, even for other fans. It's such a great thing to do, and that's why I loved when the girls asked me to be a part of the project. I was super stoked to be a part of it, and I was ready to do this, because I always wanted to do something interesting and something different, and having concept with like Power Rangers and Greek mythology put together.
Yeah.
A lot of Power Ranger, like there's never been a Power Ranger team with Greek mythology powers, so that was actually that's pretty cool. We can have something like that for the Ancient Warriors, and I was like super ecstatic to do it.
And I know that the Ancient Warriors kind of has that concept of like how Dino Charge was and Dino Supercharge, but they have more than just 5 or maybe a bunch of warriors in that. And I gotta say, I do like that concept, and it's interesting. The leader, now guys, this is great. He's not the leader. Lauren is the leader, the one that created the green. Ancient Warrior, Ancient Green is the leader of the team. So I thought that was pretty cool. It was awesome. They did that. Always good to see stuff, a little change up. But hey, like I said, man, coming up with ideas like this, Hasbro. If you don't have any ideas of what to do with Power Rangers, get in touch with some of these fans. They've got ideas. I mean, Rick's got ideas for how you can make the figures better. You got a lot of things that us fans come up with. Nothing against Hasbro. I mean, Hasbro, thank you for giving Power Rangers. But in all honesty, if fans can come up with such great stories in the multiverse of Power Rangers, it's like, Hasbro, you got to start making some calls. It's like, how are they doing this? How are they? You know what? We want to get a good contract. We want you to come up with the suits, everything. We're not doing anything with Toei anymore, but we want to continue on with our own with a new idea. Show us what you got.
Absolutely, I agree.
Hasbro knows how to contact me. My number is on my resume.
And I mean, Ryan, have you seen Ryan? You've seen some of these, independent Ranger, like Tokusatsu and stuff like that. What is your feel on that?
Hasbro, give them a call, or if you're planning on doing series, let them take charge of it. Make a contest for something.
Yeah, and thing is, I understand a lot of. I could say it's easier said than done, but it's like these fans do come up with great ideas, and I'm sitting there, waiting. I'm like, come on, man, we got to see something coming out. Let's get this going. Let's see this happen, and it's like it's amazing how fans can come up with such good ideas, and make it come to light. But yeah. Guys. I commemorate, Jacob, a lot of people that do their own stuff, and it's fans like us that make sure to keep Power Rangers alive. Even though right now we only have certain things that, certain news coming from Hasbro, and it's been up and down in the fandom, but it's like, what? I get it, but at the same time, it's like, listen, we're going to discuss it. We try to stay away from any negativity, any news about any of that. Like I said, guys, we're not going to discuss anything going on like privately with actors and everything, because that's not what we're here. We don't talk about that kind of stuff. We don't wish ill will on anybody. I don't know about these two, but
I agree with you on that one, Nate. I agree with you on that one.
So it's 2 against 2. But anyway, so guys, we're gonna go into our first topic, the Super Sentai Zone. And as I said, Jacob, you can just sit here and listen to us give our little spiel. Now, like I said, in this episode, revolves around the debut of Boone Violet. So we're going to talk about episode 16, the Violet Cleaner. That's how they subtitled it, the Violet Cleaner. So I'm going to go to Ryan. Ryan, what did you think of this episode, and what would you rate it?
I thought it was interesting that this was that I can think of the first time. Well, I'd say the first time, but I just thought of RJ from Jungle Fury, but like the first time we've had like at least the first time for a Six Ranger being purple.
Keep talking. I'm gonna put over there. Go. You keep talking.
I thought it was pretty good because it wasn't like he immediately is joining the group. He's doing his own thing, kind of like their competition, but not really. Like he's a freelancer. I'd give it a 9.
Yep. All right, Rick. What about you, man?
I mean, it's definitely good. I mean, he shows up and immediately, I guess, sells something or hands something over to the villains that they already paid for, which literally looks like part of a Megazord. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a good episode. I do like the fact that, you know, he didn't join the team right away, so I'm going to give it a 10.
Okay.
It was a good introduction episode.
Yeah. I mean, I like the introduction, and like Rick and Ryan said, that how he didn't join the team right away. And it does lead up to understanding his backstory. In the next 2 episodes, we'll be talking about. But I gotta say, I mean, it was a good start. And I'm glad that we are actually kind of getting out of the typical colors like gold and silver. Nothing against that color. It's always nice to change it up a little bit instead of sticking with, you know, that color for that 6th member of the team. So I'm going to give it a 10. So Ryan gave it a 9. Rick, you gave it a 10?
Yeah.
I do like, before we get in, I do like the, to me, it was the Spider-Man reference, sort of, where Pink was at the restaurant and she's slipping and he comes out of nowhere, stops her, and then does the whole, grabs the tray, catches everything, and then stuff like that.
Ooh, that's right. He did interact with each and every single one of the Rangers
individually.
And too.
Yeah. And that's why this episode is called Friends or Rivals, because it does kind of seem that way at the beginning with a certain character. The next episode we're going to talk about is called Boone and Bune, episode 17. I'm going to go to Rick this time. Rick, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you thought and give us your rate.
You had the fact that Boone was, I guess, jealous or whatnot that Boone, I'm mispronouncing it, but
Diesel, whatever.
Yeah. Turned around and was able to fly over a gap in a racetrack, whereas he had to actually drive around, which cost him the race. And, you know, they were friends, but rivals too. Seemed like they were actually teammates.
Yeah, I think so too. What would you go ahead? Sorry.
So, I mean, of course, you also got the fact that at the end of the day, he still couldn't let his friend go with a busted tire, as the image character shows. So, yeah, it's definitely a 10. It's been a little bit.
Right. Ryan?
I guess going back to how we were saying with the previous episode, how there's no immediate joining of Purple with the regular Rangers, and this is like another step towards that with Diesel and Boone are like, you know, we were friends or whatever, so they're still helping each other out, even though they haven't seen each other in, you know, how long, and stuff like that. So it's not like there's ill will against each other. I'll give it a 10.
Okay. Yeah. And, you know, I agree with these guys too. Like I said, the story was awesome, and I do like how, you know, they explain why Boomer considers Boone Diesel, like, as his rival, because, you know, he won the race, and, you know, so But other than that, good episode with the introduction of the arc of Boone Violet. I'll give it a 10 as well. So, Ryan, what did you give it, man?
10.
And Rick, you gave it 10 as well? So now we're going to go into our next episode, which is episode 18. The cleaner doesn't like that. So let me go to Ryan for this one.
So you go first, since we've each gone first. It don't matter.
Okay, I'll go ahead and go first. So this episode, this is when they actually start working together. And they actually explain the whole thing. There's this one card of a racer. And we find out that what's so significant about that card, because he was picked up by the aliens and left. And apparently he took his best friend's card. And he wanted to keep that as a reminder. And yeah, it did explain a lot during that episode. And I do like how, he finally joins the team. And, it's an all good episode. It kind of explains his backstory and how he was originally from Earth, but he never really wanted to come back. He just wanted. It kind of gave it that Star-Lord feel to it. If you guys remember from Guardians of the Galaxy where Star-Lord was picked up by aliens and all that stuff, except he wasn't going to see his father or something like that. So I give it a 10. I give this episode a 10. Let me go to Ryan now. Ryan, go ahead.
Now, the one thing I thought was funny was the only reason I think he joined him because he was virtually working for whoever is going to pay him. Yeah. And when the Hash aliens, is that how it's pronounced? The bad guys?
I think so. I can't remember.
They pretty much are going to attack the humans, which one of them is his friend. And he's trying to protect him. And that's when he was just like, screw you guys. And they're like, oh, well, if you're betraying us and stuff. He's like, I don't give a crap about Earth. He was like, I do care about my friend and his family. So that's why he turned. He was just like, you hurt them, you're against me now. So he virtually, looks over at Taya and was like, he's like, I'll work with you. And stuff like that.
So what would you give this episode?
I'll give it a 10.
Okay. So Rick, what about you, man?
Yeah, I know Red was going to make an offer to have Purple work for him. So, basically be on their side. Hey, I got money. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a heartfelt episode. You have to see his friend after all these years. So it's definitely a 10.
Yeah. So I gave it 10, Ryan gave it a 10, and Rick gave it a 10. So there are the 3 episodes we were discussing, guys. We're trying to catch up with this series. It's, but hey, you know what? We're trying to do 3 episodes every episode for our court. So, but like Jacob, he hasn't watched Boone Boonger. So, but Jacob, if you want to come back in, man, come on back in.
All right. No, I'm here.
All right. So, yeah. But everything you know about Boone Boonger, Jacob, I mean, compared to all the other Sentais that you like stuff you've seen, like little clips in here, what would you say some of the new Sentais? Which one is your favorite, and which one could you see if Hasbro did stick with? This is a good question, actually. Came off the top of my head. If Hasbro was going to still stick with Toei to adapt Power Rangers, what out of how do I ask this? Out of Zyuranger,
I would like to see.
Yeah.
So there's actually a couple I would love to see. Zyuranger would be my first one. I would love to see Zyuranger get adapted.
Yeah.
That would definitely be a good one. Definitely. I would love to do. I have the names in my head. Boom Boonger would be pretty cool. A race car theme. A race car theme season would be pretty cool.
Power Rangers NASCAR.
Power
Space car. NASCAR.
Yeah, definitely. And then there's King Odor. King Odor would be pretty cool. Power Rangers.
That's
Power
my
Rangers.
favorite.
Power Rangers Insect Knights, I will call them, and that's what I would do. Let's see.
Trademark
And then there's Power Rangers Dawn Brothers. I will love this. I would love the name to be Power Rangers Avatar Fighters. I think that would be a pretty interesting concept name, in my opinion. You know.
With me, I mean, the thing is, Dawn Brothers. I mean, I don't dislike it. I mean, I like the ideas and everything, but Dawn Brothers, I see that kind of being kind of a strange one to do. But it would have to. I mean, with them, the way they did it, like, because it was technically a continuation of the season before that, like, you know, an anniversary season where they changed into the actual suits, and Pink actually got the skirt, which was kind of interesting. And what was the other one called? God, Zenkaiger.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a hard one to adapt, I believe, in my opinion, because due to the fact is they have the
four
designs.
Four Megazord robots being Power Rangers. Yeah, kind of.
That wouldn't be the hard thing to explain, because I mean those are all four from Megazords that were in English adoption.
Yeah.
Whereas they use a lot of imagery and numbering.
Yeah, that's what's kind of the
to relay with the older Sentai. So, like him being 45, Red being 16, because Ranger was 16.
They'd have to do a lot of editing with that.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Dawn Brothers, they just cut out the first couple episodes where he merged with Juron, and you now don't have reference to that. You have a couple references where the Space Ranger becomes both Mighty Morphin Green and White. That would definitely stay in. And then,
you mean
for Dawn Brothers?
Oh, Dawn Brothers. Okay.
Yeah, Dawn Brothers, you adopt. You can do it without having the Ranger or Zenkaiger connection.
And I got
Zenkaiger is a heavy edit.
King Odor would be. I agree with you on that one, Jacob. The King Odor would have been awesome. But, you know, as we know, Hasbro is no longer going to be doing anything with Toei. They're going to be doing their own thing. So hopefully we'll see what's going to happen in the future. But, we're going to get into the next part of this. We're going to get into the next part of this topic, which we're going to talk about the merchandise, which you can join in on this one. So let's go ahead and pull that up. So here's a look at the Boon controller, the Boon controller, which is the changer that Boon Violet uses. It's a bow and a kind of like a what do you call it?
It looks like a PlayStation controller. Oh my gosh!
Yes, it's probably more like Xbox.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But yes, guys, this is available on Tokulectables. I did put a direct link in the description where you guys can go to the category for Boom Boonger, and all you gotta do is just look for the option for it being in stock, and you should be able to, pre-order that or buy it right away.
Also take a look at Tokulectables booth at Power Morphicon in 2 weeks.
We're going to be getting to that soon, so just I've got that.
For a small business.
Yeah. I always got that kind of stuff covered because when it comes to PMC, I got to talk about it. So we'll be getting to that shortly.
I support businesses.
Yeah. So let's see. And then also they've got the Deluxe Mecha.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Which is also on Tokulectables. There's a direct link. Yep. Ryan, do you get the mini plots from the new season of the Super Sentai?
Because
I know you have the ones from King Odor.
I've got King Odor, Dawn Brothers. That's for at least the Sentai versions. I did pre-order the see-through or the clear version of Boon Boonger.
Yeah, Boon Robo.
Yeah, I got that one. And most of all the other ones are already like Power Ranger, Sentai equivalent. Those ones I got In Space, Lost Galaxy, Jetman.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Jacob, what would you say? Yeah. Now, out of all these, do you ever get like the deluxe, or do you get just like the?
I definitely get I actually get the deluxe always. I love the big Megazords since I was a kid. That's how I always loved them. The mini plus are pretty interesting. I like bigger stuff in my opinion, like bigger Megazords. You know, that's usually how I am.
Go big or go home, man. That's how.
Yeah, exactly. Go big or go home. I love that.
Getting all these items, man. That's cool, man. I get that. So yeah, but this is also available. It should be in stock. You just got to go to Toy Collectibles, hit the in stock option, and that should be still available. So yeah, they have a complete Boon Violet complete set where it comes with the controller and the mecha. So guys, if you're interested in that, go to the direct link, just hit in stock, and you should be able to find it in that section. So, but yeah, but now there's another thing coming up. We'll be talking about in the next 3 episodes for next week's episode of the LR4. Introducing the power-up for Boon Red. And he's a firefighter. He's known as Boon Red 119.
Which, for those that don't know, 119 is the emergency services number for the fire department in Japan.
So they just switched it.
so that's instead of 911, it's 119.
Right. Yeah. And if you want the police, it's 110.
Wow.
Rick knows a lot about this.
No, actually, I looked into why the 119 was part of the name.
Oh, okay.
And the 110 is actually a reference to an episode we'll cover next week, I guess.
Yeah, because we got 2 episodes that lead in. There are 2 episodes, and then we're going to be talking about the debut of Boon Red 119, and then that'll be for next week. So we'll
Black makes a reference to the 110 for a power up for him.
Yeah, they do that later.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that. But this is the design of them, and I gotta say, this is an awesome design. I always love power-ups, that you can actually use outside of a Zord. I mean, do we have to go back to the whole cockpit mode from the Neo Saban?
In all fairness, they did use Shogun mode outside the cockpit once.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta ask you, Jacob, during the Neo Saban era, as the fans have known that by, when they went by Saban brands, what did you think of the whole cockpit?
When Samurai first got released by Neo Saban, I was not expecting an original concept idea. That was something I was shocked by. I was like, wait, what? They got their own cockpit now? Like the Mega Mode? Like, I was like, huh? I was confused. I was like, the concept for that was actually pretty cool for Samurai, because I know back then it did look too Japanese for the American audience, from what I've been hearing from Ranger fans, and a lot of them were like, I'm kind of glad they went with it, and I think it's pretty cool. Like it took me a while to actually grow on me for the Megazord cockpits, but it was okay when they first started with it. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, Samurai, that's what's up, and then I was like, all right, bet. I thought they were decent, in my opinion. I thought they were decent.
And I gotta say though, it's funny though. Before they actually released the basic design of the suits from the Sentai, they released the Mega Mode first for their first for the first season. And I'm like, okay. I mean, at first I'm like, okay, they're introducing these weird armor-looking figures that we don't even know they're gonna be in the show. And then when the preview came out of it and they showed them in the cockpit with it, I'm like, okay, I guess they're gonna promote him because it's a big toy commercial, as we all know. So there you go.
But
go ahead, Rick.
So I read a couple things in the past that actually stated that the Samurai battle, the Mega Mode for Samurai, was designed and developed by Bandai during Disney's remake of Mighty Morphin because they were trying to push out new toys. That's why the automorphing looks of those Rangers in the samurai suits actually look similar to the Mighty Morphin Rangers than they do the Samurai Rangers. And that the Mega Mode was something that Bandai adopted into the series as a favor to Bandai, not because Saban originally thought of the idea.
Okay.
They implemented it in to give Bandai more of a reason to just go ahead and release what they already had.
Well, that makes sense. So, but yeah, let's go back to the design of Boone Red 119. I mean, I like it, and the blaster is his changer. It's called the Zoom changer.
Yeah,
Zoom blaster or something like that. And it's basically like a fire extinguisher blaster. So you can actually connect his changer on it too. So love the design, awesome. Can't wait to talk about the episode. And he's not the only one that gets to use a new fancy new suit. So does Boomer. Boomer. So I think this is awesome. This is so cool. Ryan, what do you? I gotta ask. I'm gonna go to you, Ryan. So what do you think of Boom Red's design for this new power up and this design right here?
I think it's pretty cool. At least the one spot, like the arm has a shield. If he's used as a shield, I don't remember.
I think so.
Can't get into that part yet.
One.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
I guess it could be a shield, but I do like I said, I do love it. And I don't think he has used that mode outside of being, in his robo formation.
Right, and that's all he's going to use it in.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't standing on top of a building.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Those are bleachers.
Okay. All right. Well, all right.
I was confused a bit too.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be, but Jacob, man, what do you think of the power-ups for Red and the Robo?
I really gotta say, Boom Red looked pretty cool as a firefighter. We never really had a firefighter concept for Super Sentai before, and having that for a race car driver, becoming a firefighter ultimate, it's pretty interesting. I like the concept for it, and the fire extinguisher blaster was actually pretty cool. And I was like, wow, oh man, it was awesome. And then having Boomer here with his giant arm sword, and then having the Wheeler shield. I call it the Wheeler shield because you can see the wheels on there, kind of like a little fire truck.
Oh yeah.
I call it the Wheeler shield. It's pretty cool. I like that.
That's actually a blaster thing. That long thing looks like a sword, but it's actually a blaster. It looks pretty cool.
It's a blaster. It's the ladder. That nozzles at the top to shoot water.
Okay, so
I think it can still be used.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean,
In the way he's holding.
that's it for Super Sentai Zone. Guys, we'll be discussing that power up in future episodes of LR4 and for Super Sentai Zone. Now we're going to be getting into our next topic, which is PMC 2024. Like I said, Rick and I are not going to be able to go. Jacob is going to have to miss out. Ryan still wishes he could go to that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, going to now. Before we go into this topic, now Rick's first time at PMC was in 2024. No, not 2024. I didn't know you that long.
2022. Oh, 2014. Okay.
2014 is the first one you went to. Now, what was your first PMC, Jacob?
My first PMC, I'll always remember Power Morphicon 2018. 2018 was my favorite one.
Was that your first? That was your very first one?
That was actually my very first one. I just turned 19 and everything like that, and I never had a chance to go to PMC before, and that was my first time as a young adult to actually go to PMC for my first time alone, and it was really cool. And also I had a chance to go to Pasadena. No, not Pasadena. I'm sorry, Anaheim at the Anaheim Convention Center. So it was definitely different, and it was also new because everyone's used to going to Pasadena, and I'm like, I have a chance for the first time person to go to Anaheim as a Power Morpher kind of nerd. Like that was amazing. The only thing I do dislike though, I did not like the organization for picking up tickets. That's the only thing I dislike. But besides that, it was pretty fun. So amazing.
I got to tell you that before we actually get into PMC 2024, there's a lot of stories about what happened in 2018. But also, if you guys didn't remember, this weekend was it happens in Anaheim every other year. Disney D23, and Ryan, Christy more likely showed you what I showed her, right?
Might have. I don't remember.
Yeah, the live action Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah. Well, Kevin also showed that too.
Yeah, and I gotta say, it looks really good. And everything I've seen, I mean, this was the last. I think this was the last day for it. But anyway, besides that, so like Jacob said, that was his first time ever going to Power Morphicon in 2018, and so yeah. Now explain that a little bit about the ticket thing. What happened? I'm curious.
So originally, Pasadena Convention Center was booked up, from what I heard from a source of mine, and Scott Zillner was able to get Anaheim because it's a bigger, better convention center. I'm like, yeah, I'm down with that. Everyone who doesn't love bigger and better, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And then the reason why, because everyone wasn't used to the system and stuff, like how Pasadena's used to, everything was backed up. Like I was in line for my first day at PMC. I was in line for like 3 or 4 hours just waiting for a pass. Like it was a long time. I was like, oh my God. You know, it was insane. And a lot of fans were actually complaining because it's never been like that before. Every time people go to PMC, I don't know if you guys know, for people who went to PMC, like it was a fast process, like at Pasadena, and not at Anaheim. It was a mess. But go ahead, Nate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and no, you're good, man. We can tell you this, but now you got your pass directly at Anaheim. You didn't actually go online and get it.
I actually, no. Actually, I bought my pass online. I had to wait in line to get it. That's the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. And
so that was a pain.
Yeah, it was.
Let's go back to this one. When they were doing, because when we found out they were going to do it in Anaheim, they had another system, and this was the first time I actually went with what was it called? I think it was the Platinum Edition, because I wasn't able to get the Platinum for 2016 because they sold out quick, so I went with Gold. Rick was able to get Platinum, so he enjoyed that. But I remembered that when I was trying to get the Platinum Edition, everything was like crashing for that, and they had a lot of issues, and they were saying, "Oh, they were already sold out," and it's like, what's going on? So the system they used wasn't, calculating how many people. It was like so many people were trying to get their passes at the exact same time, so they had to do a different ticket system in order for people to get their passes. So there was that big mess. And then, like you were saying, a friend of ours, Kim, she's one of our friends, and she's also an admin in LR4. So that was her second PMC she went to, and like I said, I'm not bashing PMC. It's always a fun experience. But she was waiting in line just as long as you were too. It was the first day, right? Was it that Friday? So yeah, it was insane. So I said to him, like, here, let me go downstairs because LR4. I was doing stuff for it and making sure to get a bunch of photos for the page, like because they had because Hasbro was presenting Power Rangers at that time, and they were showing off all their helmets and everything. And it was during the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers. Wanted to get a picture of the booth, and I had some extra cards. If you remember when Megaforce came out, they had the trading card collecting. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I had plenty of the Super Megaforce. Megaforce. I knew all 5 of the Megaforce cats were going to be there, and I picked out their characters and I handed them to them so they can have it to give out to kids. Because I knew they'd do that for fans. So, and then I went back up. I didn't really get a chance to do anything that Friday because it was just so crazy. It was so packed. And I know, and I didn't want her to have to deal with that by herself. And yeah, and then fast forward to Saturday, which we all know how they do that when they have the previous season, then they introduced the next season of Power Rangers. And they were doing this. Me and Rick were in line for this. And Ryan, you've heard this story plenty of times, obviously. They gave us wristbands saying, okay, so we'll give you there's a red wristband and a blue wristband. So, did you stand in line for the Ninja Steel autographs?
I did. I was with my buddy Kevin Stakely. He plays the Ancient Warrior Blue and stuff. We were in line for a minute. I was actually cosplaying as Ninja Steel Gold back then. It was my first ever my Power Ranger cosplay I've ever done, and it was the best moment of my life. And I had a chance to stand in line. Yeah, it took a little bit, but it was worth it because I had a chance to meet Jody Weber, who played the Gold Ranger, and the rest of the cast, and they're all amazing.
So here's the thing. They did it right at a time after the panel, and Rick and I, because the line was going really slow. Because first off, you have a line for Jason A. Frank, and he was right over next to. He was only there that Saturday, and it was just being very strange. It was weird because I was asking security there, so. I was like, question, are you allowed to be taking pictures with the actors and all that stuff? I mean, do they allow that? I was like, no, they just want you to get an autograph, go get an autograph, say a few words and then move along. Get your thing signed and move along. And I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking nobody was told that when they were up there. So I think a lot of people were taking pictures, and that's what was making the line go so slow. And then me and Rick, you were second, and I was third to the front. Rick, do you remember that?
Yeah.
So when we were up there, then they say, okay, so we're closing up for the day. And unfortunately, we're going to have to cut the line here. So if you have something for them to sign, because there are only 4 of the cast members there because the other one went to another panel. And they said, we can give you these posters that were signed. If you step out of line, we will give you a full signed poster from all 6 of the cast members. If you step out of line, then you can go ahead. Or if you want to get something signed personally from them, you can stay here and do that. But yeah, I was annoyed. It's like, why didn't you think of this? Why didn't you have a set time where we could have met them? And it's like, everything was all over the place. It was all crazy. And, literally, I guess I'm going to take this. I'm going to go ahead and walk. But there's a plus side to that. Rick and I, and our friend Kim and our admin that's on here, she's part of she's also an admin of LR4. We actually met Rory and Jazz in the hotel hallway when we were heading back down there. And this was the first time before. This was after they announced them as the Rangers. And we're like, oh man, it's great to meet you guys. Hey, could you tell us your characters' names? We can't really disclose that. So, and we got a picture with them. And I remember congratulating Jacqueline. Saying, you're the new Yellow Ranger, right? Well, congratulations. Welcome to the Ranger family. Nice to meet you. And then after I got a picture with Rory and Chaz, I was like, why the hell didn't I get a picture with Jacqueline? It was that one moment. But all in all, like I said, PMC is a great thing. It's a great time. You get to meet a lot of great people there. It's so much fun. But now we're going to go ahead and get into that topic. The guests we're going to be announcing are the ones from a few weeks ago. This is her first appearance, Victoria Abbott. I'm not pronouncing her name.
It's Abbott. Victoria
Abbott. Now, she is originally from Australia or New Zealand. She played J-Borg in Dino Fury Season 1 and 2 and in Cosmic Fury. So she will be there. I swear PMC is doing this on purpose because every time when I see these guests being announced that they're getting from overseas, it's like, ugh. I love her character. It's great that she's going to be there, guys. Definitely stop by and say hi to her. The next guest that's going to be announced is Andrew Gray. Troy, Megaforce Red and Super Megaforce Red. And it's crazy how long his hair is. He looks like he looks like that guy from that commercial. Because you're worth it.
Maybelline.
I mean, did you get to meet Andrew Gray, Jacob?
Oh, no, I didn't have that chance to meet Andrew Gray yet. I would love to meet him at some point, but no, I did not have a chance to meet him yet.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I met him at and man, if I was able to go to PMC, I would be getting them their cards again. I know that John. I explained to him, yeah, you can hand these out to your fans. He's like, oh man, I just keep them. I'm like, they're the exact same card. But hey, no hate. That's his decision. I give them. They're not mine anymore. They're for him to do whatever he wants. And also, Jeff Dolan.
His name is Jeff Dolan.
He played the voice of Korag, the Nightwolf, and Dosei, and also the voice of Daishi. And I gotta say, it's awesome. I don't know about you guys. When they first introduced Dosei, and he said, "My mentor Zordon left me here to protect the Earth." What the hell was he doing during that whole time the other Rangers were fighting against these other threats? He was napping. But I gotta say, I do love. It's awesome that I met him before. Rick will be back. He probably just got disconnected. But yeah, he's gonna be there, so definitely stop by and say hi to him. And then we've got Hillary Shepard, the toxic diva herself, Diva Talk. She's only gonna be there Friday and Saturday only. She will have a photo with mask on because she does own the mask. If you guys don't follow her on Instagram, she is always posing she always has that Diva Talks mask on. I know a lot of fans are following this actress, and she's really cool. Jacob, did you get to meet her at all?
I did not have a chance to meet Hillary Shepard yet. I heard she's super sweet though.
Oh yeah. We did an interview with her one time, and she was talking about how on Turbo, the movie Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, she was pregnant during that time, and it was kind of funny. And like, yeah, this is you can see the difference here, And I'm like, okay, what are you talking? And then she's like, pregnant boobs? Not pregnant boobs. I'm like, okay. All right there, Hillary. That was an interesting situation, but, she was really cool. I'm glad I got to meet her. And I hope she has a good time and, takes her time out to meet fans. So, hold on a sec. Let's go to the next guest. And as we were talking about him, Jasmine Duwalia, Robbie, the Blue Grid Battle Force Ranger. A lot of people were saying, my wife, in a tunnel. Rick will be back, guys. He'll be back. His Wi-Fi was acting up. So, but it's funny. The Rangers from Beast Morphers are called the Grid Battle Force Rangers. Makes sense, considering GB. So he will be there. Definitely stop by and say hi. And then you've got young Tanya with Sean Davis. Now, when we were at Ranger Stop, I think you got to meet LaShawn Davis, right? Last year. Jacob?
Yeah, I actually did have a chance to meet LaShawn Davis. LaShawn is such a sweetheart. I had a replica Zeo Crystal made that I got years ago, and when I was there promoting Ancient Warriors with the Ancient Warriors cast, I had a chance to talk to LaShawn because I wanted her to sign my crystal, and she is so nice. She is so sweet, and she's definitely worth meeting, guys. If you are a big fan of the Alien Ranger through Zeo Arc, it's definitely worth meeting her for sure. Like LaShawn is so nice.
And it's funny though, because the fact is, like, I think a lot of the young actors, like I talked to Michael Gatto and Mike Lowski, and they have said that, like, they're surprised that a lot of fans really want to meet them because they just played the younger version of the Rangers and they didn't know how popular they were. And I'm like, you are living the dream. We wish we would have been in Power Rangers. You were playing the young version of these characters that we admire. You were lucky. So it's cool that they're actually getting a lot of these actors to go to this convention. So, yeah. The next up is Roger Velasco, Carlos, the Green Turbo Ranger, and Black and Space Ranger. He will be there that weekend. I met him plenty of times, and he loves talking to his fans. And let's put it this way: if it wasn't for us, we wouldn't have this fan base. And I gotta tell you, it's interesting meeting these actors and asking questions, asking about stories, their experience. It's always a fun time to ask, like, so how was this on there? How was that? And they well, it was interesting. It was an interesting time. But, I'm just gonna go with that. Next up, Selwyn Ward. He will be there. As Andre from Black Bear Comedy says, the first black leader of the Power Rangers. Because he was the first ever African American to play the Red Ranger in Power Rangers. So yeah, he'll be there. Definitely great if you have the Red Turbo Ranger Lightning Collection figure, get that signed. I'm sure he probably bought a lot of them. You know that these actors have their Lightning collections ready to be signed. I mean, now I'm gonna ask you, Jacob. What do you like getting signed the most? Do you like getting the 8x10s, or like what would you say your most precious thing that you like getting signed by these actors?
So by the actors, it's definitely 8x10s for sure, and I love actually 8x10s, and then just props. If I have props from the show, I would love to get them signed. Usually that's what I go for: 8x10s and props. That's what I go for.
Yeah. Well, Rick, what about you, man? I think I've asked you this, but what do you like getting signed from Power Ranger actors?
What?
What do you like getting signed by Power Ranger actors?
Oh, I mean, I've had a bunch of just the 8x10s. I've also had the original Megazord signed by the Japanese actors. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on the mood I'm in if I decide to have somebody sign something.
Yeah, that makes sense. Me personally, I like getting 8x10s because and also I always love getting photos with them because a signature says a lot, but so does getting a picture with that actor because you knew that you were there and you got to meet him. Which I'll have to tell you a little story here, Jacob, about something really funny that happened, but it wasn't anything embarrassing. It just was a funny moment.
Okay.
Ryan, what about you, man?
Personally, the only autograph I have in person is by the OG Red Ranger, Austin St. John, and it was a foam power sword that they were selling at the convention I went to.
Yeah.
I have a couple of 8x10s, and I think when Neo Saban took over, or Bandai was the toys where they brought back Mighty Morphin. I have a couple. I think I have like a Rita autographed by the actress, and some other characters. So I mean,
Yes.
I got a collection of everything.
Yeah. So Ryan, Now those autographs, the ones that you've gotten, those you've never been at that time. You didn't go to conventions.
I've the last convention or the first convention I ever went to before 2022 was a rock and mineral convention when I was like 10. And so I think like the first one I went to, was Cincinnati Comic Expo.
Right.
Which had a lot of people in it.
Yeah. And those autographs he's talking about, those are mostly for me that I got signed for him. And during the time, his wife and him were having their firstborn daughter, their only daughter. But anyway, so I wanted to put congratulations on there. It was a birthday gift to you as well. Mm-hmm. And I got the DVD that they had for Day of the Dumpster, and that had a bunch of
majority of them. Yeah, that's got majority of them, I think, on there.
I gotta tell you, I mean, I'm thinking to myself. I mean, the amount of autographs that I get for do for friends, do for it's like, because I know that sometimes it's hard to get out to conventions, and I like to help out. But hey, you know what? I got you. I'll get an autograph for you, and and that one poster I got signed by Robert Axelrod. May he rest in peace. And Jason A. Frank it's awesome. I mean, we'll talk about that a little bit, stories here and there. But I gotta say, it's awesome meeting these actors. It's a lot of fun. But we gotta keep moving on with this. So next guest, Justin Timsit. He played young Billy. He will be there that weekend as well. And I met him. He's a really, really, really cool guy. And Rick probably had his internet's giving him issues. Let's see what's next. And yeah, that's it for the guest. Now, guys, if you're familiar with Pasadena and California in general, they have a certain theme park, and Jacob could pretty much tell you about this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Disneyland. Absolutely. Yeah. Disneyland is freaking amazing. I always actually wanted to go. A lot of my friends have went, and they do discount tickets and stuff for conventions. And I believe they are doing it for PMC this year. I'm not quite for sure, but I believe so.
Yeah. And the ticket, I did put in there, the tickets already, the ticket sales are already open for that website. And all you need to do is just go to that direct link in the description. So that way you'll be all set to go. Okay. Yeah, Rick's having some problems with his Wi-Fi, so he'll be back in. But yeah, so guys, if you were interested, go to the direct link in the description in this episode. I think they're on sale from the discount tickets are on sale from Friday, which was the 2nd of this month, all the way to the 22nd of this month. So guys, jump on that so you guys can get them. The tickets are only valid from Monday, August 19th through Friday, August 30th. So my guess is when they do these discounts and everything is because if people want to stay over the time they're going to be at PMC is, because, after going to a convention, you do want to still check out the sites for California. And one place you want to go to is, Disneyland. Never been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World, but I haven't been to Disney World in a while. But hey, you know what? You can get a good time, go to theme parks, have a blast. So, and now we're going to get into the vendors. Well, actually, no, we're not. So, guys, as you know, they do this individual thing at Power Morphicon for whatchamacallit, photo ops. We can get a group photo with any of your favorite actor from Power Morphicon. So, yeah, guys, and there's one actor that will be doing, there'll be two actors that are doing in suit photo ops. So let me hold on a second. Let me go to the link. Sorry, guys. Wearing these AirPods after a while kind of drives you nuts. So let's go ahead and go to that. Give me a sec. Photo ops, the link is in the description. So, guys, if you want to get that and get a chance to get that, where is it? Or is it already sold out? Jeez. I'll find it somewhere. Okay, I guess. Huh. That's weird. Oh, in costume. Okay. All right. So, like I was saying, they're doing in costume photo ops for this. And one of the photo ops they're doing for in costume is Johnny Young Bosch in his MMPR 1995 movie suit. So, guys, he's only doing that for one day. And for the photo op, like I said, the direct link in the description below, it's $155. And then you've got Jason Font. He'll be doing a one-day in suit as well with his Time Force suit. Jason Font will. And then you got and there are other actors going to be in costume, like Chance Perez in his costume from Dino Fury, Friday and Sunday, and then Hunter will be in her costume, I believe. I don't know if it's in costume. I think it says on Sunday, and then Jordan Fight will also be in costume Friday and Sunday, and then Sabrina Liu, the actress that played the Americanized version of Scorpina, will be Friday, Sunday, and same with Tessa Rao, Friday and Sunday. So, guys, if you want to get a picture with these actors, jump on those photo ops because they go by really quick, and you don't want to miss out on a chance to get a picture with an actor that's going to be in a costume. I mean, how could you miss out on an opportunity of that? That's just. I mean, you can always get a picture with a cosplayer, which is no problem with that, but this is authentic, and it's something that you will like to remember. Also, now why isn't this showing up? Did I put it on? Hold on a sec. Give me 1 sec, guys. Sorry about this. I think it's because I didn't update my post on the next image. This has to do with Johnny Young Bosch. Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't understand why this wants to give me problems. I'll have to post this up here. There's never a dull moment when you have technical difficulty with certain things. What the heck was that? It's weird noise. Give me a sec, guys. I'm sorry about this. I'm gonna have to quit this. Give me 1 sec. Yeah. So, Ryan, before we move on to all the stuff in this, what do you think of the guests that will be there?
It's a lot.
Dude. And that
if you want to start a collection, you could start now, and hopefully if you had a collection, you can hopefully finish it off.
Oh, dude, it's not even, it's funny. That's not even half the guests. Mm-hmm. There's still more to announce, but we won't be announcing them on this episode. Just I'll be getting to discussing that in a bit. So give me a sec. I'm trying to do this right. All right, come on. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. I love technology. It's so much fun. Let's get to this. Okay, here we go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Now we're gonna go ahead and show this. Now, if you guys get a picture with Johnny Young Bosch in his suit, he will be doing free signing of that picture. You just got to go to his booth afterwards and, limited time, and basically you'll be getting a signed digital photo that you get from them, and then you just have them go sign it for you. Guys, don't miss out on that opportunity. So Jacob, have you ever done photo ops with these actors?
I have done photo ops with the actors, and they're actually really cool. Even though it takes like 30 seconds to do photo ops with them, It's really fast, super nice, super friendly, and then we take a photo and we get on. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and but yeah, it is awesome to get those kind of photo ops. I mean, I got a photo op with Jason A. Frank when I first met him at PMC in 2010, and I've gotten many photos with him, as you guys can have seen on my Facebook page. And then I got a photo op with the lovely Amy Jo Johnson at Lexington Comic and Toy Con. I was like this, okay, off my bucket list, I'm good. It's about everybody in the fandom's first crush, minus Rick. He had a crush on Twee Trang, but yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I had the better crush.
Oh yeah, the better crush. Yeah, Anyway, but yeah, guys, don't miss out on your chance to get photo ops. The direct link in the description. Go there. That way, you guys can get your photo ops set up, and you'll be good to go. Now we are going to get into the vendors, and there's one vendor that we'll be discussing in this, but we'll get there at some point. Toad Collectibles will be at Power Morphicon. And Rick, you want to go ahead and talk about that? Yes.
It'll most likely be the two main people that run it. There's actually 3 total. It is a small business. They just have some good connections with some overseas people to get product for us collectors. So, I mean, they're great people. Yeah.
Yeah, this is very weird. Yeah.
I don't have many words. They're just really good people. They're fun to talk with, interact with. I wonder if they'll have the Gashapons at the booth this year too.
I was hoping.
There's an event at Jungle Gyms, I think through the end of this month, that have Gachapons there.
Yeah, I told Rick about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta actually get over there.
I don't understand what is going on with this preview thing. It's not letting me do the. I love technology, don't you guys? Love technology. It's such a very good thing. It's so freaking annoying. It's like doesn't want to do what you want it to do.
I know technology very well. Me and it have a very strenuous hate relationship.
I'm starting to feel that hate right now because it keeps on not showing every single photo that I put on here. Again, all right, that's good. Now, go to the right one. All right.
We are experiencing massive technical difficulties.
Dang that Venjix. What the actual...
I mean, it might be.
What were you going to say, Jacob?
Yeah, guys. So actually, I do hate to say hate, and I really do hate saying that word. I do have to get going, guys. I do apologize. There's some stuff I have to handle right now. Yeah, but I wanted to say thank you guys so much for letting me be on the podcast and everything like that. It's such an honor, and I appreciate all you guys letting me come in and have a chance to talk a little bit. Like it was so nice, Nate, and thank you again for the invite, dude. Like I have no idea how much I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem, man. It was great having you on. We'll have to get you on here again in a future episode. And,
absolutely. Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. Well, stay safe, stay healthy, and may the power protect you, man. Have a good night.
Thank you so much, Ryan, Rick. Thank you guys so much again, Nate, and thank you again so much, brother. And yeah, let's talk soon, man. And yeah, and it's morphin' time, guys. And have a great day. And please check out Ancient Warriors whenever you guys have a chance. And we got so much good stuff coming your way. And there might be something in the works, and you guys will find out.
Awesome. We got the.
You'll definitely have to come back. We got to pry this information.
We'll get the information. You know, we've got the insight here.
All right, absolutely. All right. Thank you guys so much. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Later.
See ya.
Okay. So yeah, guys, again, with this freaking technical difficulty, Super 7 is on there. It's just not wanting to show up. I don't know why. Every time I try to go to it, it just doesn't want to show it. Oh, there it is. So everything's out of order. I don't know why, but here we go. So Tokyo Electables we talked about, because this does not make any sense. Unless if it, hold on, let me see something. Yep, it should be going by order. This is ridiculous. But anyway, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going, guys. We're going to keep going. So
Vengeance shall not win.
Yeah, so also Super 7 will be at PMC. Now, we do not know if there's going to be an exclusive from Super 7 yet. We're still waiting to hear more about the exclusives and all that, so just bear with us. And then we've got Sentai Jackets, which they've done a lot of jacket replicas from Sentai, Power Rangers, all that good stuff. They're very pricey, but, they're pretty cool. And then you've got Entertainment Hobby Shop, Jungle, which Osaku, Tokyo, and Los Angeles. I don't know what the other one is, but it's another event sponsor. And then you've got, I think most of the cast from the sponsoring Bloodline of the Grid, Power Rangers Saga, which is the movie, which is the series, a Space Rangers Saga, which stars Christopher Kamen Lee and Justin Nemo and Colin Bass. They're in that, so you guys check that out. Also, Henshin Volt, they will be there as well. And I'm surprised they haven't said anything about doing a exclusive there yet, but we'll have to wait and see. Toy Wizards, which is another site that where they sell a lot of their exclusive items from other conventions. Scott Zillner and I can't remember who the other person's name is. Him and her both run that site, so definitely stop by and check that out. And also, event sponsor Anime Los Angeles. They'll be there. And Power Props, another vendor. And then you've got Jacob was gone, because then you've got some of the cast members of Ancient Warriors, Legacies of Olympus. The guys, they'll be there as well. Stop by and say hi. And then you've got Patrick Sky, another famous cosplayer within the Power Ranger fandom. He's also the writer and creator of the What If sequel for Power Rangers 2017, Rise of the Dragon. He will be selling copies of the second issue of that miniseries at Power Morphicon, physical copies of the second issue. Rick and I were trying. And they're supposed to be going on sale. Get them,
but
yeah, we'll wait to see. I mean, they're going to be on Etsy.
Wait for them to post them.
And I think after the day after PMC, the week after PMC, they'll be up. So once those go up, Rick and I will be Rick mainly because I'll just try to get him the money at some point. My money issues, but yeah. So we'll be.
I was pretty much always in that boat.
Yeah, so he will be there. Definitely stop by and say hi. Also, don't know what that says. What's that say right there? Sam T. Tran. I think it's an artist.
Looks like. If we're wrong, we do apologize.
And Anthony, I don't want to butcher his name. Author of Black Fantasy, he's going to be there. And then you've got Logan Spencer Art, which he does a lot of those skateboard, those boards for skateboards, which look awesome. They will be there. He will be there. And then you've got the cast and some of the cast members and the creator from Zenith Films Media. They're responsible for creating adaptations of Super Sentais that Hasbro never created. Like they did one called Power Rangers Gem Paladins, which was based off of Kira Major. And then you had, that's out right now, Power Rangers Rail Riders, and coming soon, the next series in that universe is Power Rangers Beast Hunters, which is ToQger is Power Rangers Rail Riders, and then Beast Hunters will be Zyuohger. The guys definitely stop by, say hi to them. They do put a lot of hard work into this. Definitely don't miss out on your chance on meeting them. So, but Ryan, I'm going to go to you. What do you think of these, vendors and all that are going to be there?
It's quite a big selection. Definitely go and support them.
Oh yeah. And also, Rick, what do you think, man?
Definitely have a lot of cash on hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you right now, it's okay to use card. But definitely have cash because some of the spots, Wi-Fi, just like with my computer right now, sucks. So it's always good to have some cash on hand, even if you tend to like to pay by card for a lot of things. Have cash as well. And make sure your cash is not your food budget.
Mm-hmm.
Have that separate.
Yeah, you want to be set for that because
make sure if you got a budget, you stick to it because it never ends well if you don't.
Yeah.
He knows. His wife.
I gotta say, it's very hard.
Or does he let his wife know? I don't
doesn't care as long as bills are paid. But I go in with $40. I leave with spending $180 every time. Never fails.
Like I'm not gonna buy a lot of stuff from there.
Every time.
Yeah,
kind of like what you did at what was that? Was that at Cincinnati Comic Expo last year? And you're like, I'm not gonna get a lot.
We went to the anime convention in June, and
that's
I got a little thing. I know we wanted to get some stuff, so I let her get a few things, and I'm like, okay, this is good enough. Well, then I got my wife something. Novi got something. I didn't get anything because the stuff I wanted was way too much. And they really didn't have anything my son likes, but I ended up spending like $170, and some of it I could have gotten for like way cheap.
Yeah, and we talk about conventions all on here, especially PMC and Ranger Stop and PopCon. But yeah, guys, definitely go. I mean, the links in the descriptions. Everything you need is direct links in the description below. That way, it helps you out to get your passes and everything.
Except for money, we don't provide links for that.
No. We do not. Have money. That's all we're going to say is have money. But it sucks that, we're missing out on PMC this year. But, there is a plan for us. We are going to work on going in 2026. That's the said plan for us to do that. But anyway, definitely don't miss out on your chance of going to Power Morphicon this year. It looks like they have a great roster.
Roster.
I can tell you right now, I will bring something up at the end of this episode about what we're gonna talk, what discussion's gonna revolve for episode 212. But let's keep moving on because we got this topic, which is Rick's Boom Time. And as Rick is looking for it, I'll tell you right now, guys. Here we go.
Yeah. Ranger Academy.
Hold on a sec. That is not sorry. I'm getting aggravated here because it's stupid. I don't know what is going on with this. It's giving me issues. I'm about to show these images. Hold on a sec. Let me see something.
I have to say I do love this picture.
Yes, but this is not the main cover, unfortunately. Let me just do it this way.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it individually. This is starting to get on my nerves. I'm not gonna, because it's not helping me any. For some reason, this is not wanting to work right. Sorry about this, guys. Didn't mean to, get all annoyed. It's just something's going on with my laptop, my sharing this. So let me go ahead and do this. All right. So Rick.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get stuff to load too, and
all right, there we go.
So what we got here is Ranger Academy issue 11. This is the second to last issue of Ranger Academy. Yeah. So this is coming out October 2nd. Not that far away. And then you got the main cover. This is one of the variant covers.
We got the main cover right there.
Yep. And then, of course, we had the variant cover, which Nate spoiled first because, well, I guess his computer said, hey,
it's just
like this one too.
So, Rick, why don't you read the description?
In the pulse pounding penultimate issue of Ranger Academy, Sage and company head back to the Academy with the only thing that can rid someone of Dark Specter's influence. But they return to a rough sight, worrying they may be too late, especially with the most powerful person on campus having fallen to the enemy. Will Sage and her friends do what's necessary to save their school, even when the cost is unthinkable? So, again, October 2nd is when this will come out. And we have the main cover and, of course, one of the variant covers. Fortunately, I don't have any extra information on that cover because they haven't put out that much information about this yet.
Wait, did you go to the one that said October where it had?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm saying my source doesn't have any additional information about the covers like I usually have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, ready for the next comic?
Maybe. I don't know why that's not showing.
You just want me to go ahead and put the image up?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I know why it's not showing. Okay. There we go. So, this is Power Rangers Cross the Morphing Grid. This is an unforgettable celebration of Power Rangers that no fan will want to miss. This is going to come out on October 30th.
Day before Halloween.
Yes. What's better than a Power Rangers anthology? How about a Power Rangers anthology filled with stories written by your favorite Power Ranger actors?
Now read those actors' names, Rick.
In celebration with leading toy and game company Hasbro, is thrilled to present Power Rangers Cross the Morphing Grid, an anthology of stories written by David Yost, Walter Jones, Steve Cardenas, Matt Groom, Nikki Burries, J.D. Sutphin.
Did you say Nikki Burries?
Yes.
Nikia Burries.
Nikia. I'm just pronouncing everything today. I'm sure they'd be willing to forgive me. You? Probably not.
Yeah, whatever. Go on.
And Megan,
can't get that name right. She did the voice for Kimberly in the Battle for the Grid
Ah,
game, and she's also from Power Rangers Hyperforce. Chloe, the pink Hyperforce Ranger. So
wow.
she will be writing.
And so about their prospective Rangers with art by Paulina. I have no idea how to pronounce that last name. Tango Patrick Mulholland, Domo Santon, and Canada Chiron. I have butchered so many of those names.
The struggle is real, my friends.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yeah. Anyways, this epic oversized issue will feature a main cover by Ijiku. Yeah. Guy who did Wild's End, along with variant covers by Riley Rossmo, who did work for Martian Manhunter's comic line. Goni Montes. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm
but anyway, Rick, why don't you go ahead and talk about the
Mighty
main
Morphin
cover
Power
right here?
Well, and then of course you got Matt Taylor.
Yeah.
Because they had to put the simple name at the end.
So go ahead and talk about the main cover here.
Yes.
Because it kind of represents all the people that are writing it by the Rangers. So that's kind of funny.
Yeah. And you got David Yost there as Billy. You got Walter Jones being represented by Mighty Morphin Black. Nakia is yellow. Zio. Steve Cardenas is going to be, I guess, Mighty Morphin Red.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, you get that Hyperforce Pink girl too.
Yeah, Hyperforce Pink Chloe.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying Hyperforce.
But that's not all the actors that are on there because you're missing JD and Matt.
Those weren't actually I think they're just writers, but these guys. I mean, it's all about. I mean, the legendary Rangers themselves. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong with that.
So maybe those other guys are just there to help write it.
Yeah. So you guys ready for the next? You ready for the next one?
Oh yeah. So this cover here is one of the variants. This one's going to be done by Riley Rossmo, one of the cover people that they mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting this cover. The main cover, I don't know who does the main cover. Let's see. Yeah, just a standard Boom cover at that point.
Okay. So, you ready for the next one?
Yes. Okay, and then the Zio cover here is done by Matt Young.
Okay.
Neither one of these are listed as a 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 or anything like that. They're just special covers. So they might be an extra $1 to get, but the comic book shops would have full access to them without having to meet a quota to order them.
Okay. So, Rick, what are the dates for Ranger Academy issue 11 and the one shot for Power Rangers Across the Morphin Grid?
Well, one, it has not yet officially been confirmed that Across the Morphing Grid is a one-shot. It most likely will be.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're calling it an oversized issue, not a one-shot oversized issue.
Oh, well.
So that probably means that they don't have an idea what they're going to do after this issue.
Yep.
There's nothing officially announced yet in terms of a second issue, so it could be a one-shot.
Yep. We'll just have to wait and see in the future, guys.
Yes.
What did I say? We know something that's brewing up in Boom because we saw it online, but we're not going to discuss it until we get more information back.
So
anyway,
yes, this comes out on the 30th of October, and Ranger Academy comes out on the 2nd. Now, I will tell you right now, I'm pretty sure you're right about those other two people because this is a collection of 5 different stories.
Yes.
They're not yet titled, but from what I have here, it does have it broken down as 5 different stories.
Okay. Well, that makes sense then.
So
yeah.
Go to your local comic book store. Reserve your copy.
So, yeah, I gotta Ryan. At some point, I've gotta let you borrow Volume 1 of Mighty Morphin so you can start reading it.
Yeah.
Because I'm slowly going back into reading the comic. I just started reading the beginning of Shattered Grid. So I'm trying to, get out there and do that. So
I could check House of M too to see if they got it. I know that's where I got that one special anniversary copy where it's the one Ranger in the middle and each part of it is one of the original 5.
Oh, okay. I think I heard.
That's where I got, and they had a bunch of issues there, but I wanted to start from the beginning so I could see what they got.
But yeah, everything that's coming from Boom to finish out this year been pretty interesting. Like I said, we know something that has been announced here, but they haven't really got an article on it yet. But if you want to know more about across the Morphin Grid, guys, it's in the description. Link in the description. Direct link in the description. There's an article there. You can read all about that, so you guys can be all set for that.
But yes, Boom and Hasbro have not parted ways.
Yes, they have not parted ways, but we're not going to talk about what's coming up yet until we get more information on that. We've seen, me and Rick and Ryan and everybody from LR4 has seen 2 variant covers of the next series within the Boom Studios Power Rangers universe. We're not going to discuss it yet because I want to save it. So we're going to save it. We're going to save that conversation for episode 213. So you'll just have to wait. You'll have to wait. Sorry. That's just how it is, guys. You're going to have to wait until I get more information. So, Rick, go ahead and say your spiel real quick.
Yeah. Support your local comic book shop, support your local small businesses, support small businesses in general. Saw a sign earlier today, when you support a small business, you support a dream. And yeah, that's about right.
So now, guys, we discussed an image from a survival game called Ark Survival Ascension, and they have a mod. They're collabing with Power Rangers, and here's a look at that mod.
Whoa. It's Morphin time.
Survival music on the rock. Well, there you go, guys. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Let me pull up the image here. Give me 1 sec.
I hope you're pulling up the one I'm wanting you to pull up. The reason I'm laughing.
The miniature saber-tooth tiger.
Yes.
Hold on a second.
It's like, how the hell are you supposed to form a Megazord?
Give me 1
That's
second.
what I was like. Hopefully they do that.
A limp.
I think.
And guys, there is a direct link for this mod. So guys, if you play this game, I put it in the description. Direct link in the description for this, so that helps you out. But here's a look at the it doesn't really show it here, which is weird.
It's only because it's got it zoomed in to make it look like it's about the size.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is called Ark Survival Ascended. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
So yeah, there you go. I mean, Ryan, I'm going to go to you. What do you think of this, man?
I've never heard of Ark. Well, I've heard of Ark. I've never played it. So I don't know the mechanics and how it's run or how it's ran. It would be cool to see how the Power Ranger aesthetics is added to it. The T-Rex reminds me of the Once and Always T-Rex version, but I'm not complaining.
So let me go ahead and pull up the website here because I have the site, like I said, the direct link in the description. This is the little promotion image right here. I mean, I gotta say it is funny, but it is cool at the same time. Let's see if I can do this. All right, exit out of here. Go to the share screen. And the reason Rick's laughing, you'll see. You'll see why he's laughing. You'll understand when I show it.
Well, I mean, people already saw. Yes.
So yeah, here are the images right here, and some of the looks right here. Look how freaking tiny the freaking thing compared to the Triceratops, the saber-tooth tiger is small.
Like I said, I'm sorry, but is the Megazord going to have to walk with a giant limp? Because one of its legs cannot be the same size.
It looks like a freaking. It looks like
Again, I do apologize.
Ryan,
I understand that
they'll do something like they did with the 2017 movie where the Yellow Rangers is going to be like an attachment to an arm or something. It's not going to be like a.
That's if
leg.
they do combine. I don't know if they combine because there's individually.
I don't see
what'll
it
probably
will.
happen is the saber-tooth tiger will magically grow to the right size.
Right.
But other than that, like I asked Ryan, you said you've heard of this. You never actually played it.
Mm-hmm.
Rick, what do you think of this?
I had never even heard of them until you mentioned this. So, yeah.
So, guys, direct link in the description. If you guys want to play this, if you play the game already and you want to get this mod, definitely go to the direct link. It will help you out from there. So, now, last topic. Guys, we've discussed this third-party toy brand, Toy Battalion, quite some time. They've done the White Ninjetti Ranger. They've done all 6 of the 1995 movie suits. And we thought they were done. We thought that's all we're getting.
Wait, what?
I had a feeling that they were going to continue it because they are releasing the Pink Ninjetti, and I don't know what they call her, but she will be released. This is available on Tokyo Collectibles right now. And let me go to the site real quick. And I have the direct link in the description, like as always. The Pink Ninja. Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah. Pink Ninja. And Jesus Christ Superstar. And she's available. Her price on her figure like the other ones, 60, 160, 165, and the deposit is $70. And it's coming from, I don't know where they're released, but estimated shipping release date is January 2025.
So not that far off.
Yeah.
Stupid question. I'm sure we've already gone over the Ninjettis or the quote unquote ninja figures. Is that fabric or is that just the way it's designed to make it look like fabric?
I think it's a fabric because somebody did get the white ninja, the albino ninja or white, whatever you want to call it.
Blanche ninja.
Yeah. He
Blanco.
But what's funny is if you guys looked at the figure from let me see if I can do this. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to unshare this. So guys, if you remember when we were talking about the pink Ranger and how she was missing her Pterodactyl Thunder Whip, it comes with the ninja.
Pterodactyl Thunder Whip.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Well, they probably realized they messed up and didn't include it and said, you know what? We'll do something Hasbro don't have the guts to do. We'll release it with the right figure. Well, sort of.
So hold on, let me go to the website. Give me 1 sec.
We won't
right
release
here
it with a foot soldier.
So yeah, you see right here, she has the power blaster. I don't know, they call that in the movie, but she does not have her signature weapon from the movie. But if you go to her, get down to her, right here, she comes with the Pterodactyl Thunder Whip. So there you have it, guys.
They're probably like, well, because our fans demanded it.
So by that figure, it does seem like they are going to continue doing the Ninjetti figures. Considering they did white and pink, we could probably be seeing yellow, black, and red and blue at some point. But, you know, we'll see. But anyway, guys, that's it for our episode. It was great having Jacob on here. Jacob, if you're still watching this, thank you for being on here. It was a pleasure to have you on here. It was a lot of fun. And like I was going to say, I'm going to say this right now, guys. Next week, we do have an episode on the 18th of this month, which is episode 212. And, you know, we'll still be doing our episode rate for Boom Boonger. And then we've got some more Boom Boonger merchandise, toys, and everything on there. But mainly what we're going to be discussing is Rick won't have a boom time because we don't have any information for that yet. We do, but we don't have a lot of information just quite yet. We'll be discussing.
We don't have the juicy stuff yet.
Yeah, we won't. We will be discussing a post from Jinsaku, and then we'll be discussing a certain thing that's going to be on Power Rangers Day, and then another thing we'll be talking about a little bit later. But what we're mainly talking about is the last bit of guest announcements. We have a lot of guest announcements to go through for PMC. So this episode will not be
just stop.
Yeah, they're really teasing us. It will revolve around talking about the guests that are going to be there, and then we got to look at some of the exclusive stuff that's going to be in the packages, like the coin that you get, the collectible coin, which is awesome. I shared it in the group. You guys saw it in the group chat, didn't you?
Yes.
So we'll discuss that at the end of this episode. But yeah, we'll be discussing that because more than likely tomorrow we'll get more guest announcements. But yeah, we're going to be finishing up. We're not going to be having this episode at 8 o'clock. It will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because due to the fact we got so much to discuss with PMC, I figured we would start earlier than later. So yeah, it's the first time. That's why I discussed it with Ryan and Rick and make sure to let them know. Guys, there's so much to cover.
I'm not even going to be back on the planet by 7 a.m. that day.
Oh, 7. Did I say 7 a.m.?
Or 7 p.m. You probably said
7
p.m.
You said 7. I don't remember if it was AM or
I
PM.
gotta look to see.
It don't matter. I don't plan on being back on the planet
Yeah,
until like
right.
7:45.
So, but yeah, we'll be discussing mainly stuff about PMC. The episode title will be shown at the end of this episode, so you'll see what it's called. Anyway, before I do my outro, Ryan, what would you like to say?
Look out for each other and take care of yourselves. I know I've started to realize that myself after life-changing event, I should say, to myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Life's hard. Try to stay positive.
Rick?
Definitely have fun. Support your small businesses. Support your local comic book shops. So, yeah.
Okay. So, guys, if you go ahead and mute your mics, so I can do the outro, and we'll be done. So, here we go. All right, guys. Thanks for watching again. If you haven't watched this already, the episode will be, after I get done, it's going to be recorded. You guys can go back and watch all our discussions and everything. Everything I've discussed on this episode, there's a direct link in the description for everything from Toku Collectibles, and Power Morphicon, and even that ARC collab for Power Rangers. So if you guys are interested in that, go to the direct link in the description. Yeah, so next Sunday, like I said, our episode 212 will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time instead of 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, but with that said, guys, also show big support for Jacob and his cast members from Ancient Warriors. It's a really great indie tokusatsu project, and definitely show your support. You can find it on all the social media. And hopefully we can get Jacob back on here. It was great to have him on here, and I'm hoping to get more and more cosplayers, indie tokusatsu projects and everything, be a part of LR4, because this is Power Ranger. This is Power Month, and I will be continuing doing more and more questions. Like this question was, what was the difference between what are the differences between the Dark Ranger from the comic to the one from Cosmic Fury? So you got that question on all our social media. So go to there and answer the question. It's up to you. I will be working on another question tonight to be posted on all our social medias. So speaking of which, like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, and follow us on Instagram. And as always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, stay more phenomenal. And as Zordon always says, may the power protect you. And remember, once a Ranger, always a Ranger. Also, legends never die, and it's morphin' time. All right, guys.
Peace out.
See, bye-bye. Okay. Share screen. That is always the big question. What's next? Well, you'll have to find out next Sunday.
I've heard of What If, but what's next?
We'll find out next week. Next Sunday. Come join us at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good one.
Yeah.